10 years ago, Governor George S. Mickelson had a powerful vision for South Dakota. His vision was a challenge for the future, a chance to make a positive impact on every community in this great state.
My father had dreams for South Dakota that he never realized, and so did all of these men who have gone before me. I'm enough of a realist to know that we will never accomplish everything that we dream, but I also understand that without dreams, we'll accomplish nothing.
Today, Governor Mickelson's dream is alive all across South Dakota. It is found in the smiling faces of our children, in the pride of our communities, and in the hearts of the people who have helped make this dream come true. This vision, shared by Governor Mickelson and so many others, lives on through an organization known as the South Dakota Community Foundation, a vision for our second century. The foundation was established through a $5 million contribution from the 3M Company and McKnight Foundations in memory of their founder, white South Dakota resident William McKnight. This amount was matched by $2 million from the state of South Dakota and $3 million from private donations. Since then, the endowment has grown to over $20 million. The success of the South Dakota Community Foundation is due in large part to the fact that the foundation never spends from its principal base. Fund earnings are granted to various charities and nonprofit organizations across the state.
The beauty of the South Dakota Community Foundation is that our funds are permanent endowment. They're there forever. The principal can never be spent, and only the earnings will be used for nonprofit corporations and charity. It's not a free gift. What it is we review the grant applications and we make distribution to the organizations that will benefit the greatest number of people.
This is the Sichangu Lakota Rosebud Reservation, a land rich in culture, but economically, the 8th poorest county in the United States. More than 600 homes are below reasonable living standards and in need of repair. To the people living there, the Housing Improvement Program is a sign of hope. The Housing Improvement Program, or HIP, receives funding from a variety of sources, including the South Dakota Community Foundation. The foundation grants money toward the purchase of enough windows, paint, and shingles to improve 70 homes each year. Labor for the project is donated by a group of 400 high school students from across the U.S. These students are part of a Colorado-based work camp that stays for 1 week each summer to make a difference in the homes and lives of people who live there.
There's a lot of roofing problem we have, and then the kids come in and do a percentage of roofing, which it helps the people to visit back and forth. So I think they learn about the culture and plus friendship of working with somebody a week.
Since the South Dakota Community Foundation began providing funds, HIP has been able to double the amount of work it can do. Houses have been painted, broken doors and windows have been replaced, leaking roofs are patched, and wheelchair ramps are built for those who need them. At the end of the week, homes are repaired and a sense of community renewed. The thought of living independently is often more than people with developmental disabilities can imagine. But thanks to the People First program, that goal is becoming a reality for participants like Steve Gilbertson. Steve was born with Down syndrome. For years, he lived with his parents. Eventually, Steve learned work skills through vocational training, but he still wasn't ready to live on his own. Not until he became part of People First. Sometimes people like Steve face isolation and frustration. They must learn how to fit in socially as they make the transition from being cared for to being independent. People First fills in those gaps.
how to act in a restaurant, how to learn to order from a menu, how to get along with a coworker, how to ask for a ride to work if you don't have one, how to learn to reflect your views, how to make choices.
People First teaches participants how to exercise their right to vote, attend public meetings, join clubs and organizations, and how to help their communities through volunteer service. People First also taught Steve how to run meetings. He's a past president of the local People First chapter. Today, People First is helping over 400 people in 16 cities. Work it wouldn't be able to continue without assistance from the South Dakota Community Foundation.
It's one of the last places a group can actually turn to for support on an even keel.
For many Native American students living in South Dakota, college seems an unrealistic dream. But thanks to an exciting program designed to motivate through education, college has become an attainable goal. The Scientific Knowledge of Indian Learning and Leadership Program, or SKILL, promotes education and cultural enhancement, two major areas of concern for the South Dakota Community Foundation. The SKILL program's focus is to increase the awareness of careers in math and science for Native Americans. National figures show these numbers to be extremely low. Philip Hibner, SKILL Director, has witnessed the effects this project has had on Native American students.
Shannon County, which is located on a Pine Ridge Reservation, is the poorest county in the United States. Giving children an education, providing them an opportunity to excel, bringing that back home, we can turn what is the poorest county in the United States into a productive county.
You can see the pride Phil Hibner has for his students just by looking in his eyes. But more importantly, you can see the pride in the students themselves. Kids who were once followers are now leaders. They steer clear of drugs and alcohol. They speak their own minds and are exercising their will to live a better life. In 1996, 20 students made up SKILL's first graduating class. Improving homes, helping people with disabilities learn to live independently, and giving hope to our youth. These are just a few of the things the Community Foundation is doing for the people of South Dakota. In return, many communities have taken the opportunity to do something important for themselves. This is Britain, population 1,500. From a distance, Britain seems typical of small-town America. But unlike so many small communities, this main street is bustling with opportunity. There are no vacant storefronts. There's a future here in Britain. And to ensure the success of this future, Britain is investing in its own community savings account. Britain's community savings account is made up of contributions from 3 major donors, matched dollar for dollar by private donations. The money is invested within the South Dakota Community Foundation, and the interest earned returns to Britain and surrounding communities. Residents have a say in how the community savings account is used in Britain. A board of community members meets regularly to allocate funds in areas such as health, education, and business development. Funds have already been distributed to the DARE program and a community center in Langford.
The Britain Area Foundation has found a number of very interesting and unique ways to raise funds. We have not had to go to the city or the county to ask for any funding. All of it has been done kind of on fundraising type efforts. I feel that every community in the state of South Dakota could benefit from such a donation to the South Dakota Community Foundation.
The South Dakota Community Foundation. It began as a dream for our state and has become a reality, growing bigger each day as we continue to invest in our future.
I remember hearing George talk with great passion about the visions for the South Dakota Community Foundation. I know he would be proud of its progress and all the people it has helped. By making a donation to the foundation or to a community savings account, you are truly making a difference and making an investment in our future.